Okay, before we get started, this book is so close to falling on the ground. If it disappears in the middle of this video, that is why. But hello, how's everyone doing? This is the Half-Blood broadcast. This is the discussion show where we talk about the Percy Jackson TV series as book fans. This is, of course, for episode 6. Episode 6, we take a zebra to Vegas, and we're just going to talk about like the things that happened. But before we do any of that, obviously this will have some spoilers for the Percy Jackson like book series, just 1 through 5, and of course episode 6, right? So only watch this if you're comfortable hearing both spoilers for the books and the latest episode. But yeah. Oh, another disclaimer. This is a discussion. Like, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Like, I want to have a discussion with you. Just try to keep it productive. It doesn't have to be all it doesn't have to be all positive, as long as it's not like I hate all of it or this show sucks, right? Like, let's just try to have a discussion about it. I want to hear your thoughts and I will reply. Okay? Great. So this was episode 6. Obviously, we take a zebra to Vegas. This is the Lotus Casino episode. And I just want to talk about like my overall thoughts, and then we'll kind of go through like everything that I kind of picked apart while watching this. This will not be pointing out like every little thing that they changed in the books, which there was a lot, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. This is just kind of my thoughts and how I'm feeling as a, big book fan of Percy Jackson. So yeah, overall, this We Took a Zebra to Vegas was pretty enjoyable. It was a pretty good episode. Last episode, I was not really a fan very much because they changed a lot, and they changed even more in this episode, but nothing was like too strange for me. Like I'm still invested and I want to keep watching. But sometimes I feel like I'm kind of like getting manipulated by watching, because like I'll remember things from reading this book, the only one that's there. I'll remember things from reading the book, and then when I'm watching it on the show, I'm like, it's not happening. Did I make that up? And then I have to like search on Google to make sure I'm not going crazy. And there was a lot of book changes, but we'll talk about some of them. But let's kind of go through like everything that happened, right? So this is obviously We Took a Zebra to Vegas episode. But can we talk about how there was no zebra at all? This was a little strange because, of course, like the way it happens in the book is that the zebra is able to talk to Percy because it's, I guess, part horse, which Percy has not talked to horses yet in the series, which is strange because it, is really important when Blackjack comes in and all the other books after this. Anyways, yeah, but there's no zebra, and they kind of made the like animal escape plan like just Grover. I feel like they're giving Grover a lot of side quests here. Like first his one-on-one and like interrogation with Ares, and then like helping these animals escape, and then what happens like inside the casino. Grover's been going on a lot of side quests, and I guess that's fine, but I want to see more of the 3 of them. I feel like it's been Percy and Annabeth, and then like Grover's doing this. Percy and Annabeth, Grover's doing this, especially like just the episode before when they went to Waterland or whatever that was called. Kind of like that. Like, I want the gang together soon, so let's hope in the future there's more of the 3 of them. So we got the Iris message to Chiron, but Luke picks up, which happens I think earlier in the book, so I'm glad it's happening now. I don't remember if this is the like first time we see an Iris message, but I thought that was really cool. I liked how it looked. Obviously, it's not supposed to look super high-tech like a freaking FaceTime, so I liked how it looked, and I'm excited to see more Iris messaging in the future, because that's obviously like the way that demigods communicate. So I'm glad they're establishing this right now. So it turns out that the team is under the idea that Clarice is the lightning thief, which I feel like a lot of people who are watching the show kind of picked up on, because like, just thinking about not the events of the book, but just the things that happened in the show. It's like, why would Ares defend the thief unless Ares is close with the thief, or whatever's happening. It makes sense that they think that it's Clarice, but I don't know how that's going to like come up again. Like, are we going to see Clarice soon? Like, how's that gonna tie into anything? I don't really know where that's gonna go, but I guess we're gonna see. I will say, are there actually only 2 episodes left? I feel like there's so much left to do, and, judging by how short these episodes are, I'm scared everything's gonna be, not super well paced and just kind of, done in a flash type beat. Did you guys catch that Percy says, "Wise girl"? I bet you did. I bet you did. Call me crazy, but I think we're getting a little too much Percabeth already? Don't shoot me, but, I'm seeing a lot of edits on TikTok, and they're so cute, I love it, but I feel like Percabeth is a slow burn, like, they don't kiss until the 4th book, so I feel like we can kinda, slow the brakes, like, "Luke, why are you calling them married? They're, 12 years old right now, we need to we need to pull back a little bit because, what happens when Rachel comes in and then Percy's, conflicted with Calypso and Rachel and Annabeth, it's gonna happen, so I think we need to pump the brakes on the Percabeth at least a little bit because it's supposed to be a slow burn, right? Oh, I'm a little blurry. So Mr. Sidequest Grover finds this satyr Augustus in the casino and follows him around and tries to find Pan. All that's happening. I don't personally remember an Augustus, especially in the casino, so I don't know if this is just a brand new character or what's going on. You can try to remind me if you want, but I don't mind this. Like I said, I feel like Grover's going on a little too many side quests, but overall, I thought it was cute and it's a good reminder to the audience that the purpose of satyrs, at least the satyrs at Camp Half Blood, is to find Pan. Right, Pan went missing. He's the god of the wild, and you know what happens, but that's supposed to happen. So I like how they're bringing this up again. So while Grover's doing his little side quest, of course, Percy and Annabeth find Hermes and they have a discussion with the god. I will say, I saw someone else comment this. I thought it was kind of interesting, so I'll talk about it. Right, so obviously, the gods can choose how they look, right? It doesn't mean that, Hermes looked like Lin-Manuel Miranda for all of his immortal life. But I think it's kind of interesting that they chose Lin-Manuel Miranda when you think about it, because if you think about Hermes, Hermes has the most demigod children because he literally gets around. He gets around, right? He flies around, he gets with every freaking mortal you can think of, and he has the most demigod children. So you're telling me Lin-Manuel Miranda is that much of a heartthrob? How many mortals are sleeping with Lin-Manuel Miranda? No hate. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. You couldn't get you couldn't get a model or something? I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? Is he attractive to you guys? Be honest. So Hermes, of course, kind of betrays them, right? God of the thieves and all that. Um, but right after that, he tells them you're too late. But then, as they're looking at the entrance of the Lotus Casino, Percy realizes it's been 5 days. I don't really know how that happened. I saw the clip, there were, these 2 women, it was, 3-second clip of, these 2 women, they had, fur, shawls, I guess they looked a little regal, but they just, walked from, this to this, they didn't even, walk across the they made, such a quick appearance, and I guess, that's supposed to show how Percy, knew that time had elapsed. I don't really know if that, clip was doing the trick there. I had to go back a few times because I was like, what? How does he know it's been exactly 5 days? I guess he took the hint when Hermes said he was late. But also, why are they late? Why are they late? Don't they have 1 day left in the books? Like I said, this is not really following the books, and I feel like every time I remind myself, or every time I remember something that happened in the book, I have to look it up online to make sure I'm not going crazy, because it's okay, I remember this happening, and then in the show it's happening this way. Who's right here? It's me. I'm right here. I'm right, but I don't see why we're making so many changes. Speaking of not following the plot, Percy gets 4 pearls instead of 3 pearls, which is interesting. And the Nereid, is that how you say it? I'm just gonna say Nereid. The Nereid tells Percy like, "Oh, you can have the fourth to save your mom, right?" But he only gets 3 in the books. So I guess they're kind of prioritizing Sally Jackson as a character, maybe, or this is supposed to show that like Percy or Poseidon still cares about Sally. I don't really know like why they changed it from 3 to 4, but hey, I am not complaining. I love Sally Jackson and I want her back safely. I feel like I had a lot to talk about this episode, but none of it was like super like negative because I it was a pretty decent episode. I enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next one. Of course, we'll go to Krusty's mattress store, whatever that's called, and then we have the one-on-one with Ares, and then them going to the underworld. If we only have 2 episodes left, like there's a lot left we need to do, so I'm just a little scared on time. But I'm very excited to see Percy fight Ares because I don't know if this is a hot take or anything, but I feel like Percy hasn't shown a lot of fighting in this series yet. So I want to see what Percy is capable of. So I guess they're saving it for the one-on-one instead of like all the other like obstacles because like Medusa was easy, the Chimera was easy, and everything else didn't feel like much of a challenge. So I want to see Percy be challenged because he has such incredible power that we've barely seen yet, and there's a lot left to him. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see the next one. I can't believe it's almost over if there really are only 8 episodes, but I'll be back after the next one and we'll talk about it more. So, thanks for hanging out and stay safe out there, Half-Bloods. Bye.